Kevin Costner's ex-wife, Christine Baumgartner, has officially embarked on a brand new chapter of her life, one that has left both Hollywood insiders and longtime fans of the Costner family completely stunned. Less than 2 years after her highly publicized split from the Oscar-winning actor and director, Christine has married Josh Connor, a man who was once a close friend of Kevin's. Their wedding took place in the golden, sun-drenched hills of Santa Barbara, California, at the serene and picturesque Santa Ynez Ranch, surrounded by the kind of warmth, beauty, and intimacy that felt like the beginning of something deeply personal and real. On Saturday afternoon, as the California sun began its slow descent across the horizon, about 100 of Christine and Josh's closest family members and friends gathered at the ranch. The property, known for its sweeping views, lush vineyards, and rustic charm, was transformed into a dreamlike setting that captured the couple's essence perfectly. Elegant, natural, and full of heart. There were no signs of extravagance or over-the-top celebrity glamour. Instead, the focus was on love, authenticity, and connection. It was magical, truly, one guest shared with People, describing the moment Christine appeared in her breathtaking gown, walking down the aisle with a quiet confidence that radiated peace. The setting was gorgeous, but what made it special was the intimacy of it all. This wasn't a big production. It was authentic, heartfelt, and so very them. Everyone there felt like they were witnessing something really precious. And that was exactly the energy that surrounded the day, pure emotion, joy, and an undeniable sense of renewal. For Christine, this wasn't just another glamorous Hollywood wedding. It was a celebration of a second chance at happiness, one that came after a stormy and very public divorce, that tested her resilience and privacy in ways few could imagine. The ceremony itself unfolded beneath a canopy of ancient oak trees, their branches gently swaying in the soft Santa Barbara breeze. A string quartet played softly as guests sat in wooden chairs, adorned with white roses and eucalyptus leaves. The atmosphere was filled with laughter, the hum of whispered conversations, and the quiet anticipation of seeing a love story come full circle. As Christine reached Josh, who stood waiting at the altar in a tailored navy suit with a soft gray tie, their eyes locked in a gaze that told a story words could never fully capture. They exchanged vows that they had written themselves, each promise echoing the lessons they had learned from past heartbreaks and the hopes they carried for their future. It wasn't about perfection. It was about growth, grace, and the beauty of finding love again when you least expect it. Another guest at the wedding, clearly touched by the emotional depth of the moment, told People, the joy and laughter were infectious. From the welcome celebration Friday night to the last dance Saturday evening, Christine and Josh were glowing, and there wasn't a dry eye in the crowd during the ceremony. You could tell that everyone who came was there not because of who they were, but because of the genuine bond they shared with the couple. The night before the wedding, guests had gathered for an intimate welcome dinner on the ranch, where the atmosphere was relaxed and full of laughter. There was a live acoustic performance, candlelight flickering across long wooden tables, and toasts that spoke of gratitude, healing, and the unexpected ways life brings people together. For Christine, who endured months of emotional turmoil during her divorce from Kevin Costner, this wedding symbolized more than just a new marriage. It was a quiet declaration of her independence and strength. After nearly 2 decades of marriage to one of Hollywood's most admired actors, she had weathered the spotlight's scrutiny with poise. Her divorce from Costner in 2023 made headlines for weeks, with stories of court battles, child support disputes, and endless speculation about her motives and emotions. Through it all, Christine remained steadfastly composed, never revealing too much, never letting the public see the pain beneath her calm demeanor. Now, standing in her wedding dress, a custom-made creation by the renowned Israeli designer Mira Zwillinger, she looked radiant, confident, and reborn. The gown was a masterpiece of delicate detail, soft layers of tulle that shimmered subtly in the sunlight, intricate hand-stitched lace accents, and a silhouette that combined modern sophistication with timeless elegance. Later in the evening, as the stars began to scatter across the California sky, she changed into a second dress, a white satin strapless gown by Leahy Hod that caught every bit of candlelight as she moved through the crowd. laughing, dancing, and embracing her loved ones. For many in attendance, it was impossible not to think about the irony of her new husband being someone who once shared a friendship with her former spouse. Josh Connor, a successful financier and longtime Santa Barbara resident, had reportedly known Kevin through mutual circles, and their families had even spent time together socially. After Christine and Kevin split, sources close to the situation revealed that she and Josh began spending more time together as friends, supporting one another through difficult transitions in their lives. Over time, that friendship evolved into something deeper, something undeniable. To outsiders, their relationship initially raised eyebrows. Some questioned the timing. Others speculated about how Kevin might have felt. But for those who truly knew Christine and Josh, it wasn't about scandal. It was about two people finding comfort and connection in the most unexpected way. They've been through a lot separately, a mutual friend explained earlier this year. But together they've found peace. It's not about escaping the past, it's about creating a new future. And that future officially began under the golden California sky, with friends cheering and champagne glasses clinking in celebration. The couple's first dance, set to a soulful acoustic version of Van Morrison's Into the Mystic, brought tears to many eyes. Christine rested her head on Josh's shoulder as he whispered something that made her laugh softly, her face glowing in the candlelight. Around them, guests swayed gently, caught up in the moment, a moment that felt both deeply personal and universally hopeful. Throughout the night, guests remarked on the effortless warmth between them. It wasn't the polished, performative love that Hollywood often displays for cameras. It was simple, genuine affection. They looked at each other not with the intensity of infatuation, but with the comfort of understanding. Two people who had lived enough life to know how fragile love can be, and how rare it is to find again. "It's so obvious that they adore each other," another attendee said. "You could see it in every glance, every small gesture. They didn't need to prove anything to anyone. This was about them, about love, family, and peace." A close friend of the couple shared that Christine and Josh are most excited about building an authentic, joy-filled life together. For them, this marriage isn't about lavish trips or media attention. It's about the little things that make life meaningful. They are embracing the peace of this new beginning, focusing on the everyday moments that matter most, the friend revealed. They love cooking together, taking walks with their kids, spending quiet evenings at home. It's about creating something lasting, something real. As the night drew to a close, the celebration gave way to quiet reflection. Guests lingered beneath the twinkle lights, sipping wine and watching the couple slip away hand in hand. The sound of laughter echoed across the hills, mingling with the soft chirping of crickets, a soundtrack of serenity. For Christine, who once navigated the complexities of being married to one of Hollywood's biggest stars, life now feels simpler and more grounded. In interviews during her marriage to Costner, she often spoke about her love for privacy, her desire for a peaceful home life, and her commitment to her children. That desire remains unchanged, but now she's living it on her own terms, with someone who shares that same longing for peace. Kevin Costner, meanwhile, has reportedly moved forward as well, focusing on his career and his growing family. Despite the history and inevitable emotional complexity, sources close to both parties have said that Kevin wishes Christine the best. Their shared priority continues to be their children, ensuring they feel loved and supported as both parents rebuild their lives.